Welcome back to Startup Street. The Good Glamm Group, one of the world's largest content creator commerce companies, elevates group co-founder Priyanka Gill to the board as well as the chairperson of Good Media Co. Now, Priyanka also joins Kalaari Capital as a venture partner, and I caught up with Priyanka earlier and started by asking her about her responsibilities at Kalaari and her new role at the Good Glamm Group. Listen in.
I've always been interested in working with entrepreneurs, especially female entrepreneurs, to help them scale and grow. And Kalaari just became the perfect place to do it because they were my first institutional investor, and I've known Vani Kola for over a decade, and there's an absolute comfort factor there. So yeah, it's an exciting opportunity, and I can't wait to see the wonderful things we will do together at Kalaari Capital, where I'll be joining as a venture partner. I'd be advising on the DTC portfolio development. And of course, I would be heading the CXXO Initiative, which focuses on companies that are led by female founders. Sure. So that's on the Kalaari end. At Good Glamm Group, of course, I continue to remain the group co-founder. Now I'd be advising more strategically. I'll also be joining the board. And I've been elevated to chairperson of the Good Media Co, where I'll continue to make sure that our media assets are performing really well and the content to commerce flywheel continues to kind of spin really fast and help the company scale and grow.
As you now head the CXXO initiative, tell us how you plan to scale more female founders in the startup ecosystem.
I think, I, of course, have a unique vantage point given my own experience over the past decade or so. And I've seen kind of the good, the bad, the highs and the lows. And there are women founders do face interesting challenges at times. And I think this vantage point gives me a way to look at things and to help them out there. So it's just literally getting more and more women to into the kind of the top of the funnel, helping them start up companies. And then, of course, finding those gems out there that need the support and the capital and the mentorship and providing all of that to them.
Tell us what sectors interest you. Of course, we know one is D2C, but will you be looking at other sectors? What piques your interest, and what will you look for in founders?
See, honestly, my kind of say sweet spot and safe spot for me is D2C. That's something that I know best. So I naturally gravitate towards founders who are building in that space. I think especially when you're looking at early stage investments, and Kalaari is an early stage investor, I think you're looking more at the founder profile, the founder personality, and whether they really have the tenacity and the resilience to kind of take their venture up to the next level. So finding that fit is extremely important because, as you know, that companies go through so many kind of changes, business plans change, pivots happen. It's actually the tenacity and the resilience of the founder that helps them kind of stay in the game. And how much are they willing to learn and grow in their journey? So those are some of the things that I've always found most fascinating about the best founders I've met. And I guess that's what I'm going to continue to look out for.
Have you already started your conversations with the female founders there? What kind of conversations are you happening?
So, because I've had this long association with Kalaari and with CXXO as well, where I was a founding board member. So a lot of the portfolio companies, and especially the female founders, are already, a lot of them are friends of mine and I'm familiar with them. So I've anyway been speaking to them over the years and advising them. And now, of course, I'll do that in a much more in a formal way. And yeah, I think we have some really exciting companies out there. We have Radhika Gai with Kind Life, what she's building. Super excited about that. We have Neha Bagaria with Her Key. I think she's doing something really fantastic. So yeah, looking forward to working with them and seeing where their journey takes them now.
All right. Priyanka, like we also discussed, you're elevated to the chairperson of Good Media Co. Talk to us about the growth plans there. Also, any strategic investments the Good Glamm Group plans to make anytime soon this year?
So over the last year, we created over 600,000 pieces of content across different formats that received over 3 billion impressions, right? So I think my job is to make sure that the Good Media Co. engine continues to kind of work, our media platforms continue to grow, scale, their brands kind of stay robust, and they stay true to their brands. And of course, then we see kind of the downstream contributions that has in the whole kind of the Good Glamm Group ecosystem, especially for our good brands.
So tell us, what are the big learnings from your journey so far as a founder and now as an investor? And as you transition to your new role, what kind of preparations have you done?
It's a long marathon that we are in as entrepreneurs, and we really have to build ourselves up to kind of be in there. The preparation needs to kind of be for that. So that's one. I think the second thing is that you have to kind of be ready to change and pivot as and when kind of the opportunity arises, right? That nimbleness is extremely important. And that's kind of one of the big learnings that I've had out there. Third for me is the relationships that you build actually trump pretty much everything else, because it's those relationships that help you out in the good times, but they become even more important when the going gets tough. So kind of hold on to your relationships, nurture them, and make sure that you're investing enough time and energy into them.
And with that, it is a wrap on this edition of Startup Street. More news and updates coming up on the other side. Stay tuned.